So let's experience some gratitude for ourselves that we're about to meditate. We're so fortunate to be able to take this time and deepen a beneficial habit. This will have effects now and in the future. We're so lucky. So let's feel this so that our practice will come from a place of joyful effort. Okay, now please set an intention. The philosopher Atisha said that if the roots of a tree are poisonous, then the branches will be poisonous too, by which he meant that the intention behind an action matters greatly to the result. So I encourage you to consider making your intention bigger than just yourself, and think about your concern for others and their well-being, and how you hope this practice will help you to experience a more open mind and heart, which might have positive effects on those around you. Here's a quote from a book called Walking the Way by Robert Makio Rosenbaum. Meditation is not a matter of controlling your mind, but of doing no more and no less than is needed at any moment. I had always fended off criticism and failure by showing others and myself that I was straining with all my might. I assumed that, in all things, more effort was better. The idea that it might not be was a revelation to me. I found that a helpful way to put it, and perhaps it helps some of you as well. I want to encourage you now to ease up and not hinder your session with too much straining. Find a state of openness and balance. It's difficult, and it's especially difficult if you're striving so hard that you're agitating yourself. So sit up so that your spine is loosely straight. I like to rub my hands together and do a bit of a head and neck massage at the beginning of a session because I've heard that it can help to build a physical routine that cues the body to slow down. And you can have your eyes all the way open, gazing into space. You can have them partly open or closed, whatever you prefer. Many of us, like me, might be spending our days working away on computers and largely absorbed into them. So let's find our bodies now. Bring your mind to your body by dropping your attention down and feeling the sense of solidity where your legs are touching your chair or cushion or whatever you're sitting on. Just attend to the firmness of those sensations. Now let your awareness rise and fill your whole body. Notice whatever sensations you want within the space of your body. Notice if your inner experience is starting to slow down at all. This can be subtle, but as experience becomes a little calmer and more balanced, it's helpful to be aware of that. Let's turn to using sound as a support now for our awareness. What sounds are around you? Hear my voice, sounds from the street, your fridge, whatever it is, it's okay. You don't need to change or do anything with the sound. Just recognize that sounds are there and don't try to firmly grasp them. Let the sounds come to you and be aware of them. Simply know them. You're getting distracted, that's no problem. There's no need to feel bad or think that you're failing. We're not here to take an exam. Reproaching yourself about having been distracted is actually just another distraction. It's just a way to ruminate more. So, in the moment that your meta awareness, your awareness of what your mind is doing, when it notices the distraction, just relax. Relax. Then, when you're ready, release whatever your mind entered into and identified with, and then return to knowing the sounds around you. Relax, release, return. Your mind is feeling dull or disengaging It may help to recall the intention you set at the beginning to reinvigorate your joyful commitment to this practice. What we've been doing is using sound to support us to settle into a state with some greater emotional, mental, and attentional balance. If you like using sound as a support, please stick with that. Just listen to my voice as sound without following the next instructions. If, on the other hand, you're ready for a change, you can try switching to the breath. Pick a spot in your body, like your nostrils or your abdomen, and notice the sensations there as you take 5 breaths without trying to control them at all. Deep or shallow, no problem. Don't put any effort into the breath. If you tend to get distracted, you might need to count. So that's the number 5. But some people find that counting helps them to notice faster when they've lost track and gotten sucked into rumination. So that's the benefit. And some people find that counting is just distracting. So it's up to you. And if you like counting, you can count in whatever way you like. You can count 1 on the in breath, 2 on the out breath. I prefer to count at the end of the exhalation just before I breathe in. If you do count, whenever you get to 5, just start your count over again at 1. If you notice any effort creeping in to try to control your breath, just see if you can let that go. Just let your body breathe. Don't hold the breath. Don't tense up onto the breath. Ease off. If you're getting carried away by lots of thoughts, no problem. Relax, release, return. If it's really hard for you to do any of those, the next time you meditate, you might experiment with lying down on your back. The Buddha did teaching lying on the back as a possible posture for meditation. This could work for you if your mind is highly agitated and you really struggle to slow down. However, if your mind starts feeling spaced out or you catch yourself falling asleep, then for sure you need to sit up. Notice your posture right now. Are you straining anywhere? Is there a knot of tension? If you spot something, see if you can reset your posture. This meditation isn't primarily for your body, so your posture doesn't need to be perfect and certainly not rigid. Try to just have your spine loosely straight. If you're getting continually wrapped up in thoughts, you might look at them and see what they're about. Perhaps they're about yourself. trying to explain yourself, trying to prove yourself, making sure that people know how good you are by replaying conversations from the past or not forgetting anything on your to-do list in the future. These are all just thoughts. No one is here. No one is judging you. You don't need to establish yourself. You're free. No need to struggle right now. There are some schools that teach meditations like this in order to develop qualities, in particular, the qualities of voluntary mental stability and clarity. Others teach that qualities like clarity are already present and that the mind simply needs to release enough so that those inherent qualities can be revealed. Which of these seems to make most sense to you in this moment? Are you trying to develop a quality or simply to release into what you already are? Are these approaches actually in contradiction, or can they work together?